Okay. Supposedly this game was difficult. But as the best player in the world that I am, this is gonna be a breeze. Oh, look at goddamn. Does this mean I don't need the wait, this is a mistake. Uh okay, no, I got this. Yeah. Oh too easy. Goddamn. The mouse sensitivity is so weird on this. Okay. Why are these controls? Purely on the what is like brain damage?
There's no feeling more intense than starting over. If you deleted your homework the day before it was due, as I have, or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour in the commute. If you won some money at the casino and then put all your winnings on red but it came up black. If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding and then immediately dropped food on it. If you won an argument with a friend and then later discovered that they just returned to their original view. Starting over is harder than starting up. If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away and come back. I'll be here.
Okay, well, that's the end of the video then, I guess.
It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
What is this game? Wait, what? Too easy, goddamn.
Alright, thanks for coming with me on this trip. I'll understand if you have to take a break at any point. Just find a safe place to stop and quit the game. And don't worry, I'll save your progress, always. Even your mistakes.
No, please don't. Not the mistakes, I am a mistake. Okay. Yeah? Wait. Okay, no. Okay, we stretch out and then we pull.
This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002, titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazzuo, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are rough assemblages of found objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following.
Listen, you.
They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products.
Oh, god damn. Okay, wait. No!
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
Oh, you just lost a lot of progress. That's a deep frustration, a real punch in the gut.
Just shut up. Just don't even speak.
Yes or no is the way it has to go. Well, the unions and the crowds were a dog and pony show. An ancient deal, we were tricked, real appeal. Now our freedom's on the line. Now's the time to throw the heel into a majesty. What a travesty, we played along. For centuries in a penitentiary, we only had our songs.
Feels good, man. When you actually know what's popping. Okay.
In a certain way, Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game. It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavor. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery. and the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything.
Okay. There you go. Oh, okay, yeah. You thought you could prank me on that one? I saw your eyes. Ah! Ooh! I'm running out of mouse space. Okay, that'll do. Okay. Okay, unfortunate, but you know. It's alright. Watch this. Look at that. Easy. Sit down, you fat rat, dude. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay.
I got a hangover. Whoa, I've been drinking too much for sure. I got a hangover.
Oh no. No.
Empty cup, pour me some more, so I can go.
Anyway, when you start sexy hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it. You prod and you poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can
No
be
one has
completely
ever
confident
done
in your
that!
ability to
No
get
one has
through them
ever
once you have
done
the
that!
correct method, or the correct equipment, or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in sexy hiking is real.
Except that tree in the background. Oh yeah, I was joking. Oi. Wee. Okay, listen, buddy. Listen, yeah. Dude, easy, like, why is this game? God damn it. Did I not just...
The obstacles in sexy hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazzuo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A funny thing happened to me as I was building this mountain. I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past a new obstacle was my fault as a player rather than as a builder.
Oh, that's actually
Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real. When you're building a video game world, you're building with ideas, and that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with, and in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world, not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas.
This is so easy. Why am I making this so difficult? Let me up!
Why are we still here? Just to suffer? Every night, I can feel my leg, and my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost. The comrades I've lost. Won't stop hurting. It's like they're all still there. You feel it too, don't you? I'm gonna make them give back our past.